Howdy. Okay, so I've been teasing for the last probably a year and a half, 2 years, uh, saying to my significant other that if I could find a way to make money from my bed, I'd be the happiest person in the world. Well, I'm not making money, but I figured, you know what? There's no point in waiting longer to at least get the message out. And so I figured, hey, how about we try coasting the COVID crisis with Con40? I think it's catchy. From none other than my bed. Okay, so I've got an 83-year-old father, 65-year-old mother. She's battled leukemia. She's been battling for like 6 years now, 8 years. I don't know. I've lost count because she's thankfully done well. We've had our own little COVID situations here, but we're all doing well, and I'm thankful for that. But it's been called to my attention. Now, look, I've tried to get out of social work. Yeah, I know that sounds terrible, but not the way everybody thinks. I don't agree with the way that we've been doing things. I don't think that it actually helps people. I don't think that the format, I mean, I think the format can help some people, but I don't think the format of, scheduling an hour, going into an office, having to take time, building rapport in that kind of a setting is not for everybody. It's just not. Um, and for those people that already don't even ascribe to the idea that people should need therapy, that's the void, that's the gap I'd like to fill if I can. I've been joking for years. It's a bad taste joke. I know that. You're about to know that. But you have to say to yourself, sometimes the things fit, you got to go with it. I said to myself, therapy count, therapists, people that have the title therapist. In my opinion, we had a very bad marketing strategy from the get-go. That's my opinion. I mean, think about it. Has anyone ever stopped to actually break down the word therapist? Like, would you go talk to someone whose sign above their door said the rapist? Think about it. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. And that's usually the response that I often get when I tell people that that's what I do. I'm like, oh, I'm a therapist. And they're like, oh, I have a kink in my back. No, not that kind of therapist. And then the minute I explain that I'm a psychotherapist, so here we go, even better, right? Psycho the rapist. Yeah, I'd want to talk to Psycho the rapist. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to tell their deep darks, Um, so I said to myself, if I can create a way to help people live a therapeutic lifestyle or a therapeutic lifestyle, something that's therapeutic, that's healing, that's deeply nourishing and affirming and expansive, then my goal in life is to obliviate the idea that I'm a therapist. I don't want people to have to live a life in therapy. I want people to live a therapeutic life. So I'm going to try. I don't know if this is going to succeed. I'm not going to make promises that I'm going to be here every Tuesday and I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go with it, okay? If that's all right with everybody. If it's not, too bad. This is what I'm doing. And I'm going to try it out and see where it takes me. But I've been seeing the news a little bit because my dad, like I said, he's 83 years old and he's got COVID 24/7 on. And I think that's the worst thing you can do for yourself. So I'm going to try to come up with episodes on how to navigate this crisis, how to deal with this. Throughout, I'm going to try to share bits and pieces of my story. I was a professional who was in private practice, and I found myself literally facing homelessness 3 years ago. I found myself facing intimate partner violence. That's a lot to throw into a first-time episode, I know, but it's not as, we use these big words, but I think that more people are experiencing it than realize it, and they just don't want to face it. Because intimate partner violence is when you're stonewalling each other, you're ignoring each other, you're rolling eyes at each other. That's really kind of violent to your heart when you think about it. But when we say it, it sounds like you're talking about monsters. I got news for you. We're all monsters. We all have the monster within. We're all capable of it. And anyone who doesn't think so, that's for a whole other channel. But I think we all have to come to terms with the fact that we're all capable of some pretty bad things. And just because someone can't express themselves well or can't communicate well, and they literally kind of go back to monkey brain and become really violent and mean and rude and terrible. I'm not saying you should put up with that, but I don't think you should just run away from it. I mean, people are always confused why, battered wife syndrome, why they keep going back. Well, I'll tell you why they keep going back. Because people who are in abusive relationships usually think they can help that person and most assuredly love that person. So there's that thing of, who do I take care of first, me or the other person? And I'm hoping that through this crisis, because a lot of people are going to be stuck inside of homes with people that maybe their jobs help them get away from, or their outside activities help them cope with. You're going to have to come face to face with your own demons and your own situations. And I hope I can help people navigate that, because at the end of the day, it's really about how you love yourself. And if you're not taking care of yourself and you're not loving yourself, then no, you cannot love anyone else. And if you're in an abusive situation, I'm sorry, but there's something inside of you, or the way you react with people, or the way you interact with people, that attracted you to that at some point filled a need and now became an overwhelming dragon to slay. So maybe I can help, maybe I can't. I don't know. It's for you to decide. You can like this or you can let it go. But I'm gonna put it out there, because I think I've been waiting too long to do this. So if you like what I'm putting out here, give me a like, give me a comment, tell me what you'd like to hear about, and I'd be more than happy to bring you little snippets and things that hopefully will help you navigate the crisis. I like to think about it as solidarity and confinement. This is the way that I can contribute best, is because 3 years ago I was isolated from everybody. I didn't like my job. I felt like a fraud. Like, how can I be helping people navigate their lives when I felt like mine was so upside down? And what I've learned out of that situation is that I'm the best person to help someone with that situation, because I was really in there. And I'm not going to sit here and, come to you from a place that I don't know what you're dealing with, because there's pride involved, there's professionalism involved, there are things that we don't want anyone to see involved, there's dirty laundry involved, there's a lot of practical things that happen that you try to hide, but then sometimes you can't. There's people that know you or think they know you that come out with all kinds of really surprising judgments that really hurt. I get that. And so I think that it's time for a new kind of therapist, a new kind of counselor, a new kind of advisor or friend. I don't think therapy should feel like you're under a microscope. I think therapy should feel like you're having a conversation with someone you trust. And if you don't feel that way, then that's not therapeutic. You might be paying for it. You might be going to that person week after week. But if you're still feeling almost half violated when you're coming out of that session, then you're not getting a benefit. You have to be able to build rapport. So hopefully, using modern technology, maybe I can build a little rapport with people I don't even know. We're going to try it out. So join me on the journey, right? All right. Thanks for watching if you're still with me. And we'll see. Maybe I won't keep it in my bed, but for now, coming to you live. Thanks.